A warm welcome to all my students. Today I will continue social and religious reform movement. In the previous session I have talked about establishment of Brahmo Samaj and Reformation. Young Bengal movement. These were the two concepts explained in the previous session. Now in this session I am going to explain about establishment of Arya Samaj and Reformation. Reformations led by Pratana Samaj, idols of Satya Sodaka Samaj, last one Aligarh movement. So these are the four topics will be explained in this session. First we will start about Arya Samaj. Arya Samaj was started in the year 1875 by Dayananda Saraswati. This started in Kataiwar. It was more powerful during last 2 decades of 19th century. Arya Samaj was started in the year 1875 by Dayananda Saraswati, who had started in Kataiwar. Now we will learn about Dayananda Saraswati. Dayananda Saraswati was born in 1824 in Kataiwar of Gujarat. His name was Mul Shankar. His father was Amba Shankar Tiwari and mother name Amrita Bai. So remember, his name was Mul Shankar, his father name was Amba Shankar Tiwari and mother name was Amrita Bai. Since he was not interested in English education, he gave more importance to Sanskrit education. He left his home at the age of 21. He started roaming across the country about 15 years. He outlined his idea in a book titled Satyatra Prakash. He realized that the remedies of various problems in India are present in Vedas. So he asked the people to come back to Vedas. He was more of a Renaissance person than a Reformation person. So he wants to get changes among our society. So he asked the people to come back to Vedas. So Dayananda Saraswati gave more importance to Veda. He also realized that the problems which exist in our Indian society can be solved through Veda. He opened his head office of Arya Samaj in Lahore in 1877. Arya Samaj was established by Dayananda Saraswati in Lahore in year 1877. Arya Samaj had followed these aims. The first one, all Hindus should believe in one formless God. No one is a Shudra or Brahmin by birth, and caste-based system was rejected. So here clearly shows that he did not give importance to caste system. He was against the caste system. He also encouraged intercaste marriage. Men and the women are equal. One should study Veda and other ancient sacred textbook and preach them. So previously we read about the aims of Arya Samaj. The most important movement, the program which was established by Arya Samaj was Shuddhi movement. According to the Shuddhi movement here, he gave importance that Hinduism has to gain its importance. So many people from Hinduism had converted into Islam and Christianity. So if the people are willing to come back to Hinduism, through this Shuddhi movement, they can come back to Hinduism. And next one, Cow Protection Association, where started to protect the cow. because cow is considered as a sacred animal in Hinduism. So he tried to protect the cow and Cow Protection Association. After the death of Dayananda Saraswati, Dayanand Anglo-Vedic College was started in 1886. Gurukul Vidyalaya was started in Haridwar, and the most important, Lala Lajpat Rai, who was a radical leader of our Indian freedom movement, was greatly influenced by the principle of Arya Samaj. Now here I will once again explain detailedly about Shuddhi movement. Shuddhi movement, which was started by Dayananda Saraswati. He wanted to give importance to Hindu religion. So he wanted to encourage the Hindu religion. He wanted to get rid of all the social evil which was there in the Hindu society. So he started explaining about Vedas. He advocated gender equality, caste equality in order to integrate Hindu society. So here most important, remember, Shuddhi movement was started by Dayananda Saraswati. Next Samaj is Pratana Samaj. Pratana Samaj was greatly influenced by Brahmo Samaj, which was started by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. And Brahmo Samaj reached beyond Bengal. And Samaj had took various reformation movement influenced by Brahmo Samaj. This movement became influential in the Western India, particularly in the area of Bombay Presidency. This movement, when I say it is, I am talking about Pratana Samaj, was greatly influenced in western part of India, mainly in Bombay Presidency. Pratana Samaj was founded by Dr. Atma Ram Panduranga in the year 1867 at Bombay, with the main aim of finding a solution to various problems faced by women and lower caste group. So remember children, Pratana Samaj was established by Dr. Atmaram Panduranga in the year 1867, and they aimed at two. The first one was the whatever problem faced by the women, they were trying to get a solution for it. And next one, lower caste group. They were trying to uplift the lower caste group. The association argued that the interpretation of Hinduism as needed in the light of modern Western thinking. It was advocated that reformation should not be a wish but should be implemented in reality. So clearly it shows they want to get a change in the Hindu society in the light of Western thinking. So they implemented many programs like education for women, rehabilitation of poor people were taken by Pratana Samaj. Justice Mahadeva Govinda Rande, R.G. Bandakar and N.G. Chandravarkar were the prominent leaders of Pratana Samaj. And Pratana Samaj gained more importance and it was extended in various places under the leadership of Justice Rande. Rande attempted to reject child marriage and discrimination of widow. So Rande was fighting for two things. One, to put an end to child marriage and discrimination of widows. So he believed that the legal intervention is needed to stop child marriage and encourage widow marriages. So he advocated taking the help of the British government. He knew that if we had to get rid of a child marriage and discrimination of widow to put an end to these problems in the society, he has to take the help of the British government. So he started taking the help and trying to put an end to these two major problems which existed in the Indian society. Now these are the three important leaders who played a very important role in Pratana Samaj. The first picture, clearly the name is being mentioned. It is Justice Mahadeva Govinda Rande. The other side you can see R.G. Bandakar, and next one Chandravarkar. So these were the three prominent leaders who played a very important role in extending Pratana Samaj. Next we will learn about Satya Sodhaka Samaj. There were widespread of discrimination based on caste and gender in Maharashtra, just like in other parts of India. During the colonial rule of the British, many movements were started to address these social problems. Satya Sodhaka Samaj was established in 1873 to provide equal right to non-Brahmin class and women. So Satya Sodhaka Samaj is concentrating on two: getting equal right to the non-Brahmin class and trying to improve the condition of women. This Samaj was founded by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. In order to build a philosophical base for the movement, he wrote a book called Gulamagiri and Shatakarani Yacha Ausad, Cultivated Whip Code. So these were the two books written by Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. He opened the school for Shudras and girls. Phule, who belonged to a Mali caste, allowed people from all the castes, including untouchables, to draw water from his well. His wife also played a very important role. His wife was Savitribai Phule, who joined hand with him in his movement. They established hostel for girls. The work of Phule is important in the direction of establishing society based on equality. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is one of the important people who were inspired by the work of this couple. Savitribai Phule. This is a picture of Savitribai Phule, who is a wife of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule. She played a very important role in Reformation. She accompanied her husband and helped him in trying to overcome these problems. The first women teacher of India. She was the first women teacher of India, built India's first all-women's school, built a well in her home for untouchables. And she also took care of child widow. Next, we will start with Aligarh Reformation movement. At the end of 19th century, a new way of social and religious reformation was set in Muslim society. Anti-British sentiment became strong in Muslim community after the incident of 1857. Children, remember about revolt of 1857. As a result, they stayed away from the English education and missed many opportunities that were based on English education. Due to the revolt of 1857, the Muslims were against British and they did not give importance to English education. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan lived from 1817 to 1898. He declared that Quran is the authoritative book and others works on Islam are derived ones. He said one has to interpret one's religion according to the changing time. Otherwise, religion become sluggish. Sir Ahmad Khan fought against the traditions, superstition, ignorance and irrationalities throughout his life. He said, without an open mind, any social and intellectual development is impossible. He did not support the Parda system for Muslim women. He called for education, Muslim girls. He did not accept polygamy. All these aspects were a part of his struggle. In order to implement his ideals into practice, he founded Muhammad Anglo Oriental College in Aligarh in 1875. He utilized this institution to spread Western scientific and cultural ideas. This institution later became Aligarh Muslim University. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan preached religious tolerance. He tried to get unity among the Hindus and Muslim. Hindu, Parsi, Christianity donated liberally for establishment of Aligarh College. Admission were open for students from all the religion. This movement created by Syed Ahmad Khan, keeping Aligarh as a center, is called Aligarh movement. So now we will start with the assignment. In the assignment, I am going to show you only the pictures. You have to recognize those pictures and write about them. Write a short note about them. Is that clear? Now I will show you the first picture. Recognize who is that and write about him a short note. Watch this picture carefully and see who is this. About him you will write a short note. Have you observed this picture, children? This is Dayananda Saraswati, who was born in 1824 in Katewar of Gujarat. His name was Mulshankar. His father was Amba Shankar Tiwari, mother Amrita Bai. He was not interested in the English education. He received Sanskrit education. He left his home at the age of 21 and roamed across the country for about 15 years. He had outlined his idea in a book titled Satyatra Prakash. He realized that remedy to various problems in India are present in Vedas. Hence, he declared back to Vedas. He was more of a Renaissance person than a Reformation person. He opened a head office of Arya Samaj in Lahore in 1877. He declared that only Vedas are most important. When you write about Dayananda Saraswati, these lines, what I have just told you now, you are going to write about him. With that, you will also write Arya Samaj aims. You will mention the Arya Samaj aims, and those aims are: all Hindus should believe in one formless God. No one is Shudra or Brahmin by birth. Caste-based system were rejected. Encouragement to intercaste marriage. Rejection of polygamy and child marriage. Men and the women are equal. One should study Vedas and other Asian sacred textbooks and preach them. And you will write even 2 sentences about Shuddhi movement. So these are the sentence which you are going to write about Dayananda Saraswati. First, you will write about his life. Then, you will write about his activities, that is, aim of Arya Samaj. After writing about aims of Arya Samaj, next you will write about Shuddhi movement. So, these are the important things which you have to write. The next one. Next picture, it is Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan lived from 1817 to 1898. He declared that Quran is a book and the other work on Islam are derived ones. He tried to develop English education in the Muslim community. He gave more importance to English education in the Muslim community so that he can get some change in the Muslim community. He established the most important college, Anglo-Oriental College in Aligarh. And this institution was called as Aligarh Muslim University. He tried to uplift the women and mainly put an end to the Parda system. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan fought against traditions, superstitions, ignorance and irrationalities thought. So these were the things you have to write about Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, who had established Aligarh Reformation movement. And you have to see how he gave importance to English education. About that you have to write. And what he was trying to put an end. What are those problems he was trying to put an end. About that you have to explain. And the most important, Aligarh Muslim University has to be mentioned. Is that clear, children? Now, in the next section, I will teach you the remaining concept which has to be explained from social movement. I will explain in the next session. Thank you, children. Write these homework in the homework book. Thank you.